Thanks for staying with us now. If you're in the mood for something cosy and a bit elegant, well, we have that this morning. He's in the kitchen.
And according to Alan, he's cooking something not so elegant. He's not so happy with this one, but I am very excited.
I'm actually looking forward to trying it. Yes, Alberto Rossi from the Intercontinental is here. You're making risotto with beetroot.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those things that they say either you love or you don't love the beetroot, you know?
Yeah.
But I love beetroot juice, beetroot granita, everything to do with beetroot in salad. It's very nice.
Yeah,
would you drink beetroot juice?
We would have used to drink beet-its, like the high concentrate stuff. And
we're playing rugby.
Yeah, it's good for your kind of like cardiovascular and stuff as well.
People freak out the day after because they go to the toilet and they see red stuff coming out. It's like, oh! It's like, it's only the beetroot.
Pink.
Take it easy. So we are doing a risotto with beetroot and gorgonzola cheese. It's a very winter risotto, and it takes a red color and everything. And then you have the blue cheese, the mellows, the hearty flavor of the beetroot. So it's very nice. And as usual for a risotto, you need to have your stock. So here there is a chicken stock. I just use the Knorr chicken stock. You know, the chicken cubes are very, very good. And I just add a little bit of salt to make sure that it's correctly seasoned. Then I have my pot with a little bit of oil and butter and my shallots, you know.
Sorry, so you add a bit of extra salt to the stock.
There is.
Is there like, I presume that just comes from experience to know what tastes right.
It needs to be balanced. If it's insipid, then all the flavor that the rice is going to absorb while it's cooking is going to give you an insipid risotto, so no salt. So you always make sure, you know, obviously don't put too much, then you cannot take it off.
Well, that's the problem, yeah.
But you don't also want to finish it with the salt, the risotto, because otherwise that's all you taste.
Yeah. So what is the risotto goes in?
So I have a little bit of shallots, you know, or onion. I always use shallots because they're small enough that you can do with one risotto. You know, you don't want an onion that then you cut and you leave in the fridge and it smells everything.
Half of it, yeah.
And then risotto. Remember, you do 1 fist of risotto per person, okay?
Now,
so then you're not wasting it.
Is there different types of risotto?
You can buy, so I use carnaroli, that it's a little bit longer, you know, but there is also arborio that you can find in the shop. They're interchangeable. It's just I'm more used to use carnaroli. It cooks a little bit better.
And you like to fry, so you always kind of toast the rice
exactly.
before.
So what I'm doing here is that I'm just toasting the rice and the shallots at the same time. If I was to put the shallots too early, by the time I make they put the rice in to toast it, the shallots will burn, and then it's all gone, you know?
And was that in butter you put that in? Or
I put a little bit of butter and olive oil, half and half.
Okay.
And then remember, with the back of your hand, you check when the rice is hot, and it's hot enough in your hand, means that you can deglaze with the white wine, that we're going to get to it. And while this is happening, I have here the beetroot. You know, you need 2 beetroots, so you need one that's raw beetroot, right? You just peel and then you grate. Okay. You grate like that. And then I have another beetroot that is the one that you buy vac-packed and it's already cooked.
Oh, right.
It comes already peeled and everything, less messy. Just be careful when you open the packet. Usually it splashes everywhere and beetroot juice everywhere. And then I just puree it quickly.
So why do you need both?
Because in one, you put the beetroot at the beginning, like we do now, like this. So you have the flavor of the beetroot. That's the raw, so you have the earthy flavor and the texture, you know? And then you deglaze with the white wine. Not too much, just half a glass.
Yeah, I was going to say, much wine? Half a glass?
Half a glass, you know?
Half a glass.
Because then the other half is for you to...
half a glass for me might be different to half a glass for somebody else. So, a small glass.
I know the feeling. And then once you deglaze with the wine, you start with your stock. And you can see already that it's taking the red color
on
your risotto, okay?
Wow.
Then I have I grate the cheese, you know, Parmesan cheese. You always put it aside. Yeah. And then I have here the gorgonzola cheese and the butter. Because you always finish the risotto with the cheese and the butter. But in this case, we also put some of the gorgonzola cheese. It's a very sweet blue cheese. In Ireland, you can use... there is the blue cheese here, but...
Wouldn't use like a stilton or cashew blue.
It's quite harsh. In a way, it's a bit... more bitter, you know?
Sour, yeah.
And that's it. But I have one here that's already going.
And sorry, so that would kind of, you're just adding stock to that probably for a good 25...
as you go.
How long is that now?
40 minutes?
How long does
18 minutes.
18 minutes, so 18...
Okay?
Oh, look at that.
18 minutes, okay? And you can see that it's already red, but it's waning. So then I take here the puree.
Oh, that's when you add the puree.
Okay, and I just at the last minute, okay? And you can see now the color gets fully red.
Oh, cool.
Okay? And beetroot is magical. Just remember, if you eat beetroot now, tomorrow morning you see some red, it's fine. Just remember that you ate the beetroot, okay?
Don't worry, yeah.
No, because I work...
If you're peeing red tomorrow.
I work in a restaurant where I did something with beetroot. The gentleman that owned the restaurant tasted it, and the day after he came in freaking out that he had to go to the doctor.
Oh, no, right,
It was the beetroot, relax.
Okay.
Easy peasy.
A beetroot and asparagus risotto.
Color and smell, that's it, you know?
Yeah.
So once you're sorted like this, you finish the risotto and you put a bit of Parmesan cheese.
Just a little bit, is it a little bit?
Yeah, you can put more at the end on top of it if you wish to have more.
And the butter.
And the butter. And then I put in a few pieces of the gorgonzola cheese.
This is very rich then. This is going to be very rich, isn't it?
It's winter.
Yeah.
You need stuff like this.
Yeah.
This
Is that enough, Alberto? Yeah, just maybe 4 to 6 kind of squares.
Yeah.
How much more do you want?
You can put more at the end on top just to finish it, you know? And then you see, you just give it a minute.
Wow.
You know,
I think
to
my
melt
kids
and
would love
everything.
this. It's fun
because of the
as well.
colour. Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, also the way it looks on the plate,
Yeah.
it's very nice. Because
they
it's
get a
red
great
food,
kick
you know?
out of the colour of it.
Showstopper, isn't it?
So
they
there
get a
you
great
go,
kick
you get
out
me?
of that.
And you have your inside, your Parmesan cheese on top. Your gorgonzola is already inside. And if you want it to go a bit more red, you just add more beetroot. But as I said, it's an acquired taste sometimes, beetroot. And start maybe with a little bit, and then you go more.
Oh, yeah. Wow. It looks...
Oh, yummy. Oh, it's just so warm and hearty in this,
Yeah, it's winter
this
friendly.
time, isn't it? I'm going to try some with
How's
the
the beetroot,
gorgonzola.
Darren?
To me, it just tastes like risotto.
Yeah, it doesn't take over the beetroot
No, it doesn't
flavor.
at all.
Exactly.
I'm telling
You know, so don't be afraid.
Try it with the gorgonzola. That's quite interesting
No, I am.
as well,
That's
isn't it?
gorgeous.
Yeah. See, the gorgonzola, it's terrible because you open it and then you have to eat it all.
Yeah.
It's that good that cheese. You know?
What would you eat it with? Just like crackers?
Cheese,
and-
cracker. If you have sourdough, warm it up a little bit.
God, the
put
gorgonzola. Wow.
Then you're finished.
Alberto,
Yeah?
absolutely delicious. Thank you so much for that.
Very
And
good.
you're finished. That's
Thank you.
gorgeous.
Now,
Alberto.
up next, we're going live down to Derek, who's trying a new fitness craze. What's it called?
Troika.
Troika Fitness. We'll see in a few minutes.